The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Intensive care units or ICU beds across 11 hospitals in Cagayan de Oro City are now 70% full as the city continues to grapple with a continuous rise in COVID-19 cases. Camille Samonte is on the ground to tell us more. Camille, how are hospitals there in CDO holding up?
Sean, the hospital occupancy rate here in Cagayan de Oro has reached critical levels on the back of a rise in COVID-19 cases. City Medical Officer Dr. Ted Yu said that they have been seeing more than 100 new COVID cases per day for the past few weeks. He believes that the situation is aggravated by the detection of the more transmissible Delta variant in the northern Mindanao. The city has reported 13 known Delta variant cases so far. All patients were immediately isolated and are now clinically recovered. ICU beds across 11 hospitals in the city are already 70% full. With these, some hospitals had to put up makeshift beds to cater to more patients, like in the J.R. Borja General Hospital. They converted this tent into an emergency area for non-COVID, suspected and confirmed COVID patients. The Northern Mindanao Medical Center has also raised its alert level to Code Red. Under Code Red, the hospital will increase its COVID-19 bed capacity from 50 to 70%. The NMMC is a COVID-19 referral hospital in Region 10 and caters to most of the severe and critical patients. Let's listen to Dr. Yu.
May mga known Delta variants naman tayo. Of course, aside from that, I think there are some variants being reported. So, yun ang possibility natin, ma'am, of this possible surge sa city. We are on the critical list based din sa IATF. So, our 2-week growth rate is on the moderate risk. Then, our daily attack rate is high risk.
Sean, the national government has placed Cagayan de Oro under enhanced community quarantine from August 6 to 15. Several checkpoints in the city have also been activated to ensure health protocols are being followed. Sean?
Thank you so much for that update and stay safe down there. That was News 5's Camille Samonte joining us live from Cagayan de Oro. And further up north in Cebu City, a decline in the supply of medical equipment continues to slow down the COVID-19 response of the local government. Jem Avancenia with the report.
Vehicles are lining up outside this private hospital in Fuente Osmeña Circle in Cebu City, waiting for their patients to be admitted. One of them is this young man who needed to sit on a folding bed outside the emergency room holding his own oxygen mask. Several ambulances were also seen outside. We tried to reach out to the hospital management for a statement, but they did not allow our team to enter the premises. Meanwhile, a pharmacy in front of Vicente Soto Memorial Medical Center is now running out of oxygen tanks.
Karon ma'am, wala na kita stocks, nahotdan mi pero aw nami maabot ginagmay ra. Pero di na jud para sa tong daghan kayo mig supply ba.
One of their customers, Jane, said their COVID-19 patient needs this as they hop from one occupied hospital to another.
Puno-puno man. Puno sila kaayo. Lapu-lapu man daw wala. Line up na sa ER. Bisan sa ER wala na yung makasulod kay daghan pang nagpila sad.
Based on latest data from the DOH Region 7, 4 hospitals in Cebu City are already on critical utilization rate for COVID-19. Cebu City Acting Mayor Mike Rama said they will open additional monitoring and treatment facilities for up to 500 patients next week. But Rama said their real problem is the shortage of medical personnel.
Medical staff that is substantial, and we wish panawagan yung nandito na, let them all be appearing, or they should show up and even bring themselves available and connect with DOH, connect with us, or connect with directly to the hospital and make them apply. That's where the challenge.
Active COVID-19 cases in Cebu City have now climbed to over 3,200, 217 of which are fresh infections. For News 5, Jem Avancenia, we are One News.
And the number of Delta COVID variant cases in the country has hit 450 after the health department reported 119 new infections today. 93 of these are local cases, 20 of which are from returning overseas Filipinos or ROFs, while the details of the remaining 6 are still being determined. 118 of the new infections have been tagged as recovered, while the status of one case is still being verified. The DOH says that 18 of the 93 new local cases were detected in Metro Manila. 14 infections are from the Calabar zone, 18 from Central Luzon, and 13 from the Western Visayas, while the other 8 were found in Northern Mindanao. Meanwhile, Central Visayas, Eastern Samar, Zamboanga Peninsula, and the Cordillera Administrative Region have each tallied one new Delta variant case each. We're going to pause for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Keep it here. You're back on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Some public markets in Metro Manila have imposed a scheduling system to avoid overcrowding. Shyla Francisco has that story.
Batis goes to the Pasay City Public Market every day to buy agricultural goods for her store in Makati. But she cannot do so today because she lives in a different city. The Philippine National Police is not allowing intercity travel to buy essential goods. Adding to this restriction is the barangay-based scheduling system being implemented by the Pasay City Market starting today. With this, Batis has no choice but to ask her go-to retailer to shop for her.
Hindi lahat na nabili ko, konti lang yun. Karne lang, wala akong mga gulay tsaka isda. Sana pagbigyan na naman nila kami, kasi mamamalengke lang naman kami.
The government has required consumers to present quarantine passes, vaccination cards, or valid IDs to serve as proof that they are APORs or authorized persons outside residence. It has not been a smooth sailing day one in the city. The separate entry and exit only points set up by the Pasay City Market has caused confusion among customers. The restrictions have also impacted the sales of retailers.
Super tumal. Mula nang dumating kami ng umaga ganito hanggang tanghali, ang laking kawalan po sa amin ng customer.
To give customers and retailers time to adjust, the market has allowed entry of several customers just for today.
Pinagbibigyan po namin dahil unang araw pa lang naman po. Para po sa susunod, alam na po nila. Abisuhan na po namin sila lahat, na pagbibigyan namin lahat ngayon, at yung hindi pa makakasunod, pasensya na muna.
Both the Trade and Agriculture departments have assured the public that there is no need to hoard as food supply is stable. The DTI has also said that there will be no price increase during the 2-week ECQ period. The DA also plans to mobilize its door-to-door mobile palengke to offer cheaper options for consumers and at the same time limit mobility of NCR residents.
Can pre-order para deliver na lang po. The next modality is ipaparada po namin ang truck sa harap ng bahay para may isang taong pumili ng kanyang bibilhin at after nun, on to the next house.
The DA is planning to deploy 40 palengke trucks in Metro Manila during the ECQ period. Meanwhile, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas has assured consumers that banking services will continue during the lockdown. Shaila Francisco, we are One News.
Let's move on now to other stories we're keeping our eyes on. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere clarified that those aged 12 to 17 are still not allowed to get vaccinated even if they have comorbidities. Vergere said that local health experts have yet to come up with such a recommendation. NTF Deputy Chief Implementer Vince Dizon earlier said that minors can now get the COVID-19 shots as long as they fall under the A3 priority group. The Cordillera Office of the National Commission on Indigenous People will be looking into the supposed contract between the NAS Academy and Kalinga tattoo artist Wang Od. Lawyer Marlon Bosantog said they will review whether there was an informed consent or whether there was informed consent. NAS Daily drew flack after Wang Od's grandniece slammed the vlogger for, quote, taking advantage of their culture. And in sports, boxing coaches believe that Filipino boxer Carlo Paalam is primed to go for the gold in the Tokyo Olympics men flyweight division. Australian coach Don Abnett said Paalam's previous performance and attitude towards training have prepared him for the finals on Saturday. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.